one little hair and it's like sticking out. It's like.
It's the worst.
I know.
Because that's all people see.
I know, it's just the stupid hair. They're like,
Just
God,
the
can she fix her hair? It's just one little, whatever.
They don't see the niceness.
I know.
Everything else you did. Just the one little thing. They're like, hey, look at that little fucked up part.
And because my hair is jet black, any white background, you're gonna see.
Where does that name come from? Have you ever seen a jet that's black?
No.
Never. All jets are gray. Except for the stealth.
I'm like, maybe the soot that comes out of the back of the jet? That doesn't count. I don't know.
These things, English, it's so strange.
I know it is weird.
Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by Haley Scott.
Hello.
We're gonna look at Outlaw King, the official trailer from Netflix, starring Captain Kirk. You know, this dude.
I love him.
You know, it stars Chris Pine.
He's awesome.
The lovely, lovely Chris Pine.
It's intense.
Thinking about revenge.
Where's Robert? Where's your husband?
It tears at the soul.
Where's your brother?
Oh, Jesus.
But it can also be a weapon.
That was a great shot. Okay.
I'm done with running and I'm sick of hiding.
Power is making decisions. And whatever course you are charting, I choose you. My husband.
We need to unite Scotland.
Robert the Bruce is an outlaw. Any man or woman who would give shelter to him or his ranks is to be executed without trial.
The people are desperate for justice.
I serve Robert Bruce! Join us to free our
I have 50 men to fight the strongest army in the world. This is how we do it. Take the land back, castle by castle. We should fight for God, for country, for family. I do not care, so long as you survive!
Wow.
Jeez. Go, Chris.
They can't take our freedom!
And it's based on an untold true story.
Robert the Bruce. Robert the Bruce, the Bruce. So, the untold story, the true story of Robert the Bruce, who transformed from defeated nobleman to reluctant king to outlaw hero over the course of an extraordinary year.
How long have you been practicing that?
Just right now. Forced into battle in order to save his family, his people, and his country from the oppressive English occupation of medieval Scotland. Robert seizes the Scottish crown and rallies a ragtag group of men to face off against the wrath of the world's strongest army, led by the ferocious King Edward I and his volatile son, the Prince of Wales.
You heard it, people.
I mean, obviously, the first thing you think of is Braveheart.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
That's the first place you go to. I don't know if Robert the Bruce was portrayed in the best of light in that film. Yeah, he betrays him in the movie. I had to see his face to make sure I was like thinking of the right characters in the film. He totally betrays him in the film. So this is interesting because it's the other side of the coin showing the, I guess, good version. Because it's like
he's portrayed like a hero.
The thing is, for better or worse, movies end up being the most prevalent version of how we remember things oftentimes. Like, for instance, a lot of people watch Dragon the Bruce Lee story, and that's the story people believe about Bruce Lee, as opposed to the actual story of Bruce Lee, and that film's only 20% accurate. I'd never done the research on Braveheart to see how much of that is accurate. This is just interesting to see the other side of the coin. Like, well, what was Robert the Bruce about? And seeing his version of events. I wonder if William Wallace is going to make an appearance here. I don't think they mentioned him at all in this trailer. He certainly has like the Mel Gibson character feeling about him.
Yeah, he did such a good job.
This reminds me of all the things, of course, like anytime you see If you hear a rumbling noise, by the way, it's my neighbor with his goddamn Porsche. Every time I'm recording, that's when he decides to turn his car on.
Porsche problems, man.
And so films like this, like what it reminds me of, I got distracted by the Porsche. It's like 300.
Tonight, we dine in hell!
Or any film where you've got a small ragtag group of people who are fighting against like this huge oppressing force. Braveheart, of course, is the same kind of thing. You had a small army fighting against a lot of people. But the one that is most relevant to us is George Washington fighting against the Brits who were trying to make sure that they held dominion over the American colonies.
Yeah.
And George Washington and his small group of ragtag people fought back.
That's such a popular storyline because I think it just incites people to get excited and they feel like they've got something to fight for. Like, these types of movies I feel like do really, really well.
Yeah, of course.
The underdog.
Well, yeah, they do. You're actually right. Is this going back to the whole Netflix algorithm thing? Is that what is on your mind?
I mean, I just can't stop thinking about it. I think it's so crazy because you can kind of break down what is popular, what people like, you know, what type of storylines work well with the public.
This is definitely a popular formula across the board. Like, no matter where you are from in the States or probably in the world, this is a popular formula to go with. Like, everybody feels like they kind of belong to that small faction of people, that rebel rouser fighting against the oppressor of some kind. No matter like where you are in the chain of command.
Yeah, or like social status, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Like you feel like you're part of that rebel group and you can identify with that usually.
Yeah.
And I think that Chris Pine is a freaking damn good actor.
I know. Who knew his come up from Princess Diaries would lead him here? He's like, I have no idea.
I'd load you first.
Is that with Julie Andrews?
Yes.
Okay.
And Anne Hathaway.
Okay, so I couldn't tell how good his Scottish accent was from the trailer. They like only showed you snippets of it. I wanted to hear more.
You want to critique it.
I want to critique it a little bit.
That's what you want to do.
I'm not one to critique it, but I want to critique it anyway. I'm not from Scotland. I'm a big fan of Chris Pine. I think that he's a wonderful actor.
Me too.
He commands emotions really well. This is a great vehicle for him.
He was doing kind of the lone wolf sort of thing in Wonder Woman too. He did that, you know, like one man against the entire Nazi army sort of thing. It was the Nazi army, I think.
No, it was the Vikings.
No.
You're right.
Don't make me question my facts.
When in doubt, it's usually the Nazis.
Yeah, just blame them.
The Nazis are the ones that invaded Scotland, not the English.
Yeah.
There's a comment here, and I just decided to scroll down real quick. There's a comment from Mark Brule. Wow, a medieval movie without leather armor and with historically accurate weapons. Even if this movie sucks, I'll give it points for not being a fantasy movie with a real person slapped onto it. It is refreshing. We've been getting inundated with a lot of fantasy stuff in the past several years, and it's like, this is more in the real.
It's in the real, but it's cool too because it's rooted in a true story. That in itself, whenever I see
according to the trailer.
Okay, yeah, that's true. According to the trailer, but anytime I see something that says based on a true story or loosely based on a true story, I feel like I'm more invested in the movie. I take it seriously. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm like actively engaged. Maybe that's just me.
Like I always say with any true story, the writer, the filmmakers have to take liberties, have to take certain artistic licensing in order to tell a more effective narrative. But hopefully, Netflix has the power to do whatever they want. Hopefully, they're able to harness more of the real details
and preserve that.
Infuse the film, preserve it, infuse the story with that more. Yeah, I'm hoping for this. I'm
rooting for this. I'm excited.
This is the last time I'm going to mention Braveheart. But I think the reason why it's so easy to kind of tie it to Braveheart is because of the look of it. I mean, maybe that's just inherent to Scotland and that climate. I've been to Scotland, and it does have kind of the cloudy climate a lot. Especially in the winter. Don't go to Scotland during Christmas. It is the worst.
Really?
It is the worst. At least where I was, it was the worst. Glasgow, like, it's just so bitter.
That's on my bucket list. I wanted to go there.
Go in the summer.
Summertime?
If you guys go to Scotland, it's just like, the winds are just at your face.
Yeah.
Like, and the water's at your face. Usually the water comes like I was going to say in the States, but
super windy?
In Los Angeles, if it rains this way.
Yeah.
Right? In Scotland, it rains this way. And there's nothing you can do, like...
Not even an umbrella can save you now.
It will find your face, no matter what you do. And you can't exactly go out with like a scuba mask, because that would be weird.
I mean, live your ultimate life, whatever you gotta do, right?
Yeah. But Scotland, the climate might, be what's informing this look, but the look is very much like Braveheart. It almost looks dated in a way, the way it's shot. To feel like, and when I say dated, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean it feels like it could have been shot in 1994 when Braveheart was shot. I think that was when it was shot. When Braveheart was shot. 1995, excuse me. Sorry. It looks just like Braveheart.
Okay.
So, anyway.
I guess I can see that.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm excited for this. Do you want to watch this? Be honest, be verbose. Check out Haley Scott. She's on the social media, and she likes it when you leave comments on her videos. But don't be a troll, because then she'll collect your soul. Thanks for hanging out.
Do that.
I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Haley Scott.
Peace out.